Welcome to Sisters in Song. Would you take a minute to introduce yourself and tell our listeners where you're calling from and maybe how you got started in music?
Hey y'all, I'm Billie Jo Jones. I am originally from a small town called Emory, Texas. A little about myself, I was actually raised by my grandparents since I was one. They are now 90 and 87 years old and still go with me to a lot of my shows. But I say all that to say that I love real traditional country music. That's what I was raised on. I was raised on what I call the oldies but goodies. So Ray Price, Loretta Lynn, Tammy Wynette, Patsy Cline, all the greats. And so I guess kind of a short story version, been playing my band for 12 years. My career is really taking off this year. I am one of the 12 finalists on the new TV show called The Road. It's premiering on CBS and Paramount Plus coming soon. But I think by the time this hits y'all, it'll already be out. So hopefully y'all are already watching and following along
Woohoo.
with my journey. But I'm so excited for it and can't wait for y'all to learn even more about me.
Yay!
That is so
It's
exciting.
so exciting.
I looked up yesterday. We knew you were coming on, so I looked up yesterday when it starts, and I'm setting up my DVR, and I'm like, I'm not missing this.
It's going to be so good. I'm so excited.
Well, we are excited for you. We're also excited you have an album coming out. Can you tell us more about
Dude.
that?
I do. My second ever country album is coming out October 17th. It is called Turquoise and Silver is the name of it. And I am so proud of it. I'm actually the writer or co-writer of 10 of the 12 songs on the album. So I'm excited for everyone to hear my new stuff.
That is fabulous. Till October 17th. Everybody make sure you check it out. Well,
Yes.
and you already have singles out
Yes.
because we've been listening. So
I do.
Absolutely.
yeah.
So excited about Turquoise and Silver. Is there a background story about that? Like, how was the name for the album Turquoise and Silver first, and then you wrote the song, or vice
Nope.
versa?
Nope. What's crazy about this is that we were done with the album. We were completely done with the album. This was not even written yet. And we went into a write. Myself, my manager, Lynn Snow, wrote with a friend of mine. Her name is Morgan Lee Powers. She's originally from Waco, Texas, but she now lives in Nashville. Extremely talented singer-songwriter. And we went in for a write, and she had this cool little guitar lick down, and she already had the lyrics turquoise and silver and like a few other little phrases like the huckleberry honeybee, like she already had that in there, which is like one of my favorite lines of the whole song. But yeah, she already had that, and we started writing it and wrote the song in like less than 2 hours. And we look at each other, we're like, turquoise and silver is kind of a really cool name. So it wound up being the whole title track of the whole album, made it onto the album, and now it's like the second song we've released off the new album. So I'm so excited for it. It's a fun, cute, westerny feel song, which is something that I've really been wanting to write. I've been wanting to write more of like a western song. So yeah, I'm excited and loving it. And people are loving it. So
Yes, including us.
yeah.
It's a great
Yes.
song. So
Yay.
I know you said that you wrote 10 of the songs or co-wrote 10 of the songs. When you're writing, how do you get a song started? How do you how do you kick it off? Like, is it lyrics? Is it melody? Is it emotion? Or is it a mix of all of those?
Honestly, it's a mix of all of them. Like sometimes I'll just have like a title pop in my head. Like, for instance, the song on my last album is called Just Can't Take Keith Whitley Tonight. And I literally was just saying that over and over and over in my head, and took it to my manager and was like, hey, I've got this song is just stuck in my head. I don't know what to do with it. It's kind of weird. So we kind of went from there with that. And then other times I hear a melody and I just kind of start, humming and singing along and words kind of come out. Or for instance, my song my personal song about my life and why my grandparents raised me, because my mom was and still is a drug addict to this day that I've seen 3 times my whole life, and so I wrote a song about it, and that definitely came from just an outpouring of my heart, and things that I have felt for the past 34 years. So, and it's called She Did. So really and truly, it just depends on the song and how it comes out, and other times we're just all sitting in a room and someone will say something and we're like, oh, that's a song, let's write it.
I
So
love
it's,
it.
I guess it's a mixture of everything.
I love
What
it.
what do you do if you get stuck or get writer's block? How do you get out of that?
I mean, a lot of people do things differently, I guess, but for me, I'm honestly not the kind of person that's just gonna keep trying and like just trying over and over and over again. I'm kind of, once I get to that point, I'm like, this isn't going to work. This is a waste of time. Let's move on to something else. Let's come up with a different song, or let's try to write a different song, because I had to sit and write, and this guy was just really determined. I won't say who he is, but he was so determined to get a song with me. And we couldn't, it was like we kind of started it, but then it wasn't going anywhere. And we for real sat there for like almost 4 hours. And I
Oh,
was so over it. I was so over it. So I don't know. I'm a little different, and I'm kind of impatient. And Right Now Kind of Girl is one of my songs.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a right now kind of girl. And I'm like, okay, let's move on to something else. So
I hear that. I feel like that. Yeah, if it's not going anywhere, so you're okay with abandoning a song if you go, this is not working. Goodbye.
Yep. And I'm not saying I won't ever go back to it, because there's been a couple of times where I've, taken some lyrics that I've written for another song and put them in another song, which has worked out great. So I do keep it, but I don't just sit there and keep on and on and on, because it would literally drive me crazy if I did that.
Absolutely.
How do you know when a song is finished?
Oh, that's tough. I don't see I don't know, because it's like sometimes I say that. You know what? I've never really thought about that. Like it's just done. Like I don't know. Like the song's just done. I mean, sometimes we'll go back and like listen to like a work tape, and I'm like, "Oh, wait, what if we put this word here?" And that's kind of thing. Like we'll listen to it several times before we're like, "Okay, we're sending this off to Kent Wells, my producer, for him to listen to see if he likes it." So I guess it's just we just know, and I don't know how to how to explain that or describe
Just
that.
like
I've
a
never been asked
feeling.
that before. Yeah, I guess it's just a feeling. And then once I get done tweaking it, but I also could sit and like nitpick and criticize every single lyric of the song, trying to beat it, because that's my goal. Is I want to write a better song tomorrow than I did the day before. And that's kind of always been my mindset. And so I could sit there and nitpick a song to death, but luckily I have people around me that are like, okay, this is good, we're good.
Yeah.
You're done, stop touching it.
Has the song ever completely changed during recording compared to how you first wrote it?
Oh yeah. Probably more times than you would think. Especially so Kent Wells is my producer, which is Dolly Parton's producer in Nashville. And I've been working with him for 3 years now. And when we recorded my first album, it was great. I mean, I love working with him, love recording with him. But then the second album, there's a couple of songs that we brought to him, and it just completely changed in the session. We either slowed it down quite a bit, or we sped it up even more than what we thought it was going to be. And then kind of some melody changes that he'll do here and there, which for me is great, because he pushes me to like my next level, and like the top of my voice that I thought that I had, he goes even above it. And he's like, no, you can hit it. You can hit it. And then of course he'll say things that make me want to hit it. He's like, well, Reba could have already had this done 5 minutes ago. Like he'll say things like that. And I'm like, okay, kid, let me just do it. Let me put my Reba hat on and get this done real quick. So but he's great. Pushes me to the next level, and he has taken songs that we've, written and just made them even better. So I love it.
Sounds like you have a good network of people around you, which is great.
Yes, for sure.
So think of performing. Do you feel like there's a certain like ritual that you have before you prepare to go on stage, or how do you prepare to go on stage? Do you have any routines?
I have a couple of different things that I do, but for the most part, I really just kind of try to make turn my brain off somehow, because I'll sit there and I'm an overthinker, and so like I'll overthink everything. Or if there's not that many people out there, or if there's a lot of people out there, it's like it's one of those moments. So honestly, I stick my AirPods in. I was for a long time really obsessed with Zach Top. I still love his music, but I played his album so much that it's like now I'm moved on to like Ella Langley and stuff like that. But I'll put other people's music in and listen to them, while I'm getting ready backstage, and my hot tea, honey and lemon, that I try to do every time before the show. So, and really just kind of sit back there and I say my prayer before I go on stage, and sometimes all the guys, the whole band will say a prayer together, but I always usually try to say one myself, before I go on there. But it's like I turn into a different person when I'm on stage. Like I turn into a performer and bubbly. And if you know me, just kind of sitting back and just chatting with me, I'm really chill, and honestly kind of like a kind of an introvert-ish, I guess you would say. I really am. But then once I hit that stage, I turn into a completely different person. So
So, okay, I'm going to pick your brain. I want to know how the road got started. What made you decide to do that? I know there's probably stuff you can't tell us about, but tell us what you can, how that process went.
Well, I honestly had no idea about any of it. They actually sought us out. So
Cool.
all of us that are on the show, they started out, I don't know how many, so I'm not going to even lie and say, but they started out with a bunch of people. They narrowed it down to about 30 people, brought all of us to California to audition in front of the producers. And then they narrowed it down from there to the 12 that would be on the show. And then after that, we started the filming of the actual show. And then from there, the crowd votes as we went.
Wow.
So we got to go open for Keith Urban, and the crowd would vote who made it to the next round and who went home. So
That's
so
super
cool.
cool.
So is it all about country music, or is it a variety of?
yes, nope, it's all country music.
Yeah.
All country
So
music.
cool. About time. They've had all these other shows about other
I
things.
know. I'm loving it. I mean, and anything Taylor Sheridan touches turns to gold. So, it's one of those things. Like I expect really big things from this TV show. Not to mention, like, you get way more behind the scenes stuff. You're going to hear more about our stories, more behind the scenes of what it really takes to be a touring artist. We had Gretchen Wilson as our tour manager, momager on the show, which was just incredible to get to, see her and work with her. So I'm excited. I think it's going to be a really big success.
You're right about Taylor Sheridan. He's got so many cool things. He's just one of those people that, like, he's just,
you're right, touches it.
Yes, mine is touch. For sure.
So is there a song or an artist that made you say, I want to be a singer. I want to do this for a living?
Oh, that's tough. I would probably, my answer has probably been the same since as far back as I can remember, but Loretta Lynn is the queen of country music in my eyes. So I absolutely love her music, love her story. I love the fact that she had kids and she still, pushed through and made it and knocked down doors, in this business.
Yes.
And so I've got kiddos, at home as well. But I've got a really great support system. Shout out to my best friend that watches my kiddos now for 9 years, so that I can go out and do this and be on the road. So I would say Loretta Lynn is it for me. And of course I had, Ray Price was one of my biggest influences, and Keith Whitley. And then now I love, Zach Top and Ella Langley and Lainey Wilson. So there's just so many important people that have really inspired me and kind of brought me to where I am musically right now.
Very, very awesome. We're so excited for you. Okay, we're going to do a little piece we call rapid fire. So
I'm just so bad at this. Okay.
It's one word,
not too hard.
1 or 2 words, whatever you want to say. First one is coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Okay. Vinyl, cassette, CD, or streaming?
Vinyl.
You see.
First album you ever bought?
Oops, I did it again, Britney Spears.
Love it.
Okay, what's your go-to karaoke song?
Oh, Gunpowder and Lead, Miranda Lambert.
Fun. Do you tend to write at night or write in the morning?
Ooh. Neither one. Probably middle of the day.
Okay, so we're afternoon. We just put afternoon in there. We need to add that.
Okay, do you write your lyrics on paper, phone notes, or voice memos, or computer?
Actually, it's all 3. So phone, notes, paper, and voice memo. All 3 of them.
We already kind of talked about this one, so I'm going to skip the pre-show pump up song.
Yes.
We already talked about. So dogs, cats, fish, birds, or reptiles?
Definitely not the last one. So we'll go with dogs.
Describe your sound in 3 words.
Oh gosh. Traditional, real, country.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay, and what advice would you give to new songwriters and or musicians?
I would just say if you love this with your whole heart, like I do, just never give up and continue to chase your dream no matter what, because I have been told no so many times in my life, and just kept getting back up. And I know that God didn't give me this voice to sit at home with it. He gave it to me to share with other people. So just keep chasing that dream and working hard. Don't expect anything to be handed to you. It takes a lot of hard work to do what artists like myself are doing.
Yes, great advice.
Yes, great advice. And so true.
Yep.
So true.
Yep.
Awesome. Now it is time for your shameless plug. Tell me where we can find your website, if you have Bandcamp, Patreon, all of those things, and social media tags too.
Okay, perfect. My website is billiejojones.com, BILLIEJOJones.com. You can find all the links to literally everything off my website. If not, you can go on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. It's Billie Jo Jones. I've got music on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. I still run all of my own social media. So if you like me, if you like what you hear, shoot me a message, send me a comment. Let me know what you think about my songs, and or give me any, inspiration. Who knows? I might write a song about it. So
I love that.
Very cool. Will the new album be on vinyl?
We are talking about it. I'm pretty sure that it's in the works. I don't know for sure when that's going to be done just yet, but I'm hoping so, because my first one is on vinyl. So, and that's my all-time favorite. Yeah.
Yes, we are also big vinyl collectors. So sure. Yay.
Love it.
Excited for the album. So excited for the show. Thank you so much for talking with us.
Thank you.